Hi everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil here for another toy of the day here on our live YouTube channel. And we got another one from Diamond. Thank you, Diamond, for sending these over for review. We really appreciate it. This one I saw a long time ago at Toy Fair. You can check out a full gallery of this figure up on our website, CastorsCorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Castors Corner on all social media. And you can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts every Monday night this week with our friend Sunny from the Sunny channel, I believe. I'm not sure where this one's going to air, so that's why we're kind of saying maybe Sunny, maybe somebody else. But you can go back and listen to the Sunny podcast. It was a really good one. And subscribe to this channel. Don't wait till the end. Subscribe now. Hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more stuff to show you guys. So this figure is one of those figures that has become part of pop culture despite good or bad with the actor. I will say that. There are good things, there are bad things, there are weird things. We don't know. But Captain Jack Sparrow has become part of American pop culture, so much so, almost, is it 21 years ago? Or 20 years ago? I remember seeing this film. It was really funny. Brian and I decided to, it's a quick aside, Brian and I decided to go to Six Flags for my birthday, all the way down in Jersey. And we got all the way down there, and we're kind of big guys, and so we couldn't go on all the rides. But we got on like this jungle standing roller coaster that we both fit on. And it had this harness, right, that went over the top of us. And it was connected, so it was 2x2. So me and Brian were together, and they pull the harness down. And Brian is much bigger and broader than I am. So they come to take it down, and it goes chick, 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 click, right? So mine goes down, and it can't go anymore because Brian's doesn't go down anymore. So Brian's trying, he's pulling, he's sucking his gut, and he's trying, he's pushing back in the chair. And the guy, young kid, tall, looked like a basketball player, very thin, comes over, and he's trying to push, and I'm like, I don't know, we're just not gonna be able to do it. And the guy takes the handles with both hands, pulls back, and jumps up in the air. Whole body just flies at Brian and goes chink, and the whole thing just goes chink. And he looks over, he looks at Brian, and it's tight, and he's got the belt on, and he does this, and the guy at the controls sends the roller coaster. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, it didn't click for me. I was wide open. So we go on the roller coaster, and I'm literally sliding out of the seat because there's there's no chest harness for me. Brian's laughing hysterically. I'm screaming and yelling at him. And we decided after that ride to get something to eat. We hopped on the highway, and we drove to the Palisades Mall in New York, and saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean together. And it pissed off my ex-wife, and I couldn't be happier about that fact because she really wanted to see it with me, and I went with Brian, and I was happier seeing it with Brian than I was seeing it with her. So that was a nice little piece of bonus for the film. Anyway, so there you go, Captain Jack Sparrow. It was my 22nd birthday. It wasn't my 21st. It was my 22nd. Because Brian was drinking beers at the restaurant. So anyway, Captain Jack Sparrow, Diamond Select Toys, thank you for sending this over to me. So there's not a lot to talk about, I will admit. It's not like your average other Select where you're going to pose them in a lot of different things. This Captain Jack is really meant as a display piece. It is a posable, for lack of a better term, statue. Not that it's a bad thing, but the costume itself doesn't lend itself to being very posable. The long trench coat and the longer tunic that goes down here really limits your ability to move his leg. He does have knee articulation, does have ankle rockers and ankle articulation, and you can do a little bit with it. But it is limited by his actual costume. There are splits in the bottom. You can see splits on either side that allow some movement. But like a lot of female characters that they put in skirts, they can't move as much. You can get sideways. You can really get him out there. So if you want him standing in between two ships, you could do that. But back and forth, you're not going to get as much range of motion. The detailing on his costume is some of the best detailing I think that Diamond Select has done. From top to bottom, he's got all the bits and baubles that he wears on all of his clothes and his beard and his hair and his hat. He has his little compass right there that's attached. It is not detachable. His sword comes out of the sword holder on the side there. He's even got rings on his hands. He's got a switch out hand, so you can switch it out to give him the sword holding hand. The pointy end goes in. And he's ready for battle. It's got Johnny Depp's signature little smirk there. You can see all the tattoo work. Maybe I can get this lit right. See all the tattoo and ring work. I promise I will take pictures. That'll be on the website. So it's got his tattoos on his hands. It's got rings on his hands. His fingernails are painted. I mean, the leather work down here, not real plastic, but the leather sculpting work on here is really well done, and I'm really impressed with it. It really captures the magic of who is Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, this version of him, we saw others. I forget what the last movie was called. Dead Men Tell No Tales. I think that's the one. With the son of Elizabeth and what's his name? Orlando Bloom. Comes with a nice stand. This has no peg holes. Okay, it does disassemble each of these pieces, so you can decide how much of this you want to be your display piece. It does not have to be. It's not an all or nothing. They do come apart. You can see from the sides, from the center as well, and the front part braces it, and you can see the four. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts that make this up, and the banister does come off as well. So you have a lot of display options when it comes to Captain Jack here, and I think he looks great. Saying, sail on, sail forward. Let's see if I can get it standing. Yay! You can see him saying, time to sail. It's a great figure. I think it's great. And if you're a Pirates fan, I think it's one of the few chances you have to have an articulated, not statue version of Captain Jack. He's in scale with the other select figures. So him and Spidey. Here's a good one. Him and Spidey can do. Nope. I caught him. Haha. My mom always makes fun of me that I drop everything. Do it better. Let's try this again. So they could do the Titanic pose together. He's king of the world. Don't Let Me Go, Jack. Works there too. It's fun. It's fun. You can pose them around with each other because they're in the same scale and the same kind of look to them. Works good with the movie figures as well. They're about the same size, so they work well together. So I think it's one of the better ones. You can pick this up at your comic shop. It's in a full window box, so you can also use them, just displayed. It's smaller than the normal select stuff. It's more of like the Swedish Chef, which we will be looking at later in the week. But I think it's a great addition to the Diamond Select and the Select lines from Diamond Select Toys, for sure. So thank you again to Diamond Select Toys for sending over Captain Jack here. Really, really love the figure. I think the sculpting on him is great. You can check out a full gallery of him and all his tattoos and baubles that are on his costume on our website, castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We're at Castors Corner on all social media. And you can check out the Cornercast podcast on Apple Podcasts every Monday night. And hit the subscribe button there, and then come back here, or hit it here and then go there and subscribe and share and all that stuff. The more of you that subscribe somewhere over here or over here, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And really, that's the best part of doing this, is to, build this little community that we're working on here. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you again to Diamond Select Toys for the figure, and we'll see you tomorrow night for another toy of the day here on castorscorner.com. Good night, everybody.